My beloved, my child of light, the one heaven has been whispering about since the stars were born, listen closely. Something urgent is moving toward you, and the angels are holding their breath. Today, August 31st, Archangel Michael orders you to open this now. This is not a message you can ignore. This will surprise you, because your person, the one your soul keeps searching for, is planning to appear at your door soon, carrying something hidden in their hands. Open this message immediately before the chance slips away. My dear, you already feel it in your spirit. Haven't you noticed the strange silence around you, the sudden chills, the way your heart races without reason? That is heaven's way of preparing you. They are closer than you think, and Michael himself is standing by your side, watching to see if you will listen this time. Before I reveal more, let me say this: you've been guided here for a reason. This message is not for everyone, it is for you, chosen child. And if you truly want to walk in alignment with miracles, subscribe deeply to these words, commit your heart to them, because only then will you unlock the divine gift waiting for you. The moment your person arrives at your door, their hands will not only carry something physical, but also something spiritual, something heaven-approved, something you never thought they would gather the courage to bring. Do not take this lightly. This day, August 31st, marks the beginning of a shift that angels have been waiting to release into your life. Every second you delay in receiving this truth, your blessing steps one pace further away. Don't you dare let that happen. Archangel Michael is urging, commanding, begging you, open this message completely. Stay until the end. Let every line hold you, because in these lines is the prophecy of your own life unfolding. This is not just a message, it's a mirror. A mirror showing you the hidden reality of what is about to knock on your door. You've prayed for signs, and this is the answer. Do not miss it, my child. My beloved child, you don't even realize how close you are to the very thing you have prayed for through sleepless nights, through tears no one else saw, through whispers you thought heaven ignored. But heaven never ignored you. Tonight, Archangel Michael leans closer, his sword glowing with holy fire, whispering that your waiting season is ending. Yes, today, August 31st, was marked long ago in the divine calendar as the moment when the truth would pierce through your ordinary hours like lightning splitting the sky. Your person, the one whose soul is tied to yours by a thread you cannot break, is planning to appear at your door soon. And they will not come empty-handed. Something hidden, something sealed with intention, will rest in their hands when they knock. This moment is not a coincidence, it is prophecy unraveling itself right in front of you. You may wonder, why today? Why me? Why now? And heaven answers, because the prayers you sent up in silence, the ones you thought vanished into the air, were actually written across the heavens in golden ink. Every word you spoke was heard. Every sigh you breathed was recorded. And God Himself has decided, it is time. That is why Michael orders you not just gently but urgently, open this, absorb this, do not skip even a single heartbeat of this message. Your destiny is not in tomorrow. It is unfolding right now. The clock of heaven is ticking, and your name is echoing in its sound. You were chosen, beloved, not because you were perfect, but because your faith, even in its trembling, reached God's throne. Pause here and realize, this is not just storytelling. This is a divine appointment. The angels are aligned in rows, their wings creating a wall of protection around you, because they know the weight of what is arriving. Do you not sense the shift in the atmosphere? That sudden surge of energy that makes your skin tingle, your heart beat faster? That is the Spirit confirming this truth. Your person is coming. They may hesitate, but Michael says their steps are being ordered by heaven itself. And in their hands will be something hidden, whether a letter, a token, or a gift, but what is unseen is the spiritual weight behind it. The act itself carries the prophecy of union, revelation, and the miracle you've been prepared for. Beloved, don't you see the pattern? Every time you were about to give up, something small kept you going. A dream. A whisper. A sudden coincidence that felt too intentional. That was heaven feeding your faith so you wouldn't collapse before the blessing arrived. And now, this very hour, you are closer than ever. That is why Archangel Michael is stern, commanding, open this fully. Your hesitation could delay the miracle, but your faith can accelerate it. Remember, blessings are time-sensitive, and when heaven rings the bell, you must be at the door to answer. Do not walk away, not tonight, not in this moment. My child, you ask what exactly is hidden in their hands. Heaven does not reveal the object, but it reveals the intention, reconciliation, love, truth, and a sign that your prayers are returning in flesh and form. What they carry will not just be physical, it is symbolic, like the staff Moses lifted, like the stone David threw, like the jar of oil that overflowed. Small in appearance, yet great in impact. This is why heaven is trembling, because angels know that when you open that door, the ordinary will collapse into the extraordinary. You will never again be able to say God forgot you, because this will be undeniable. Now let me speak to your fear. Yes, you are afraid. Afraid they might not come. Afraid this might be another disappointment. Afraid your hope is foolish. But hear the voice of Archangel Michael thundering through me, your fear is lying to you. The same God who aligned the stars, who split seas, who resurrected the dead, has orchestrated this moment. Would he abandon you now? No. Trust the timing. Trust the message. Trust the miracle. And here is where I must pause to remind you, commit to this message. Stay to the end. Do not wander away. My words are not ordinary words, they are spirit-filled, heaven-breathed. To truly align with what's coming, you must not just listen, you must receive. Take a moment right now to anchor your heart, because the flow of revelation that is about to pour into you requires full attention. Subscribe with your heart, hold on with your soul, and I promise, the angels will not let this blessing pass you by. Do you feel it yet? The trembling in the unseen? Your door is not just a physical door. It is a spiritual gate. And the knock that is coming is more than a hand striking wood, it is destiny striking time. The one who carries this hidden thing in their hands is unknowingly fulfilling God's script for your life. They may think it's their idea, but heaven whispers, no, we wrote this long ago. Every step they take is guided. Every thought they think is influenced. And when the moment arrives, you will look back at this very message and know, it was true all along. And here is where I must pause to remind you, commit to this message. Stay to the end. Do not wander away. My words are not ordinary words, they are spirit-filled, heaven-breathed. To truly align with what's coming, you must not just listen, you must receive. Take a moment right now to anchor your heart, because the flow of revelation that is about to pour into you requires full attention. Subscribe with your heart, hold on with your soul, and I promise, the angels will not let this blessing pass you by. Do you feel it yet? The trembling in the unseen? Your door is not just a physical door. It is a spiritual gate. And the knock that is coming is more than a hand striking wood, it is destiny striking time. The one who carries this hidden thing in their hands is unknowingly fulfilling God's script for your life. They may think it's their idea, but heaven whispers, "No, we wrote this long ago." Every step they take is guided. Every thought they think is influenced. And when the moment arrives, you will look back at this very message and know, it was true all along. My beloved child, take a deep breath, because what I am about to reveal goes beyond anything you imagined. You have asked for signs, begged heaven for clarity, and questioned if your prayers were ever reaching God. But here you are, reading these words not by accident, but by design. Today, August 31st, is stamped with holy urgency. Archangel Michael is not speaking in whispers this time, he is commanding, thundering, shaking your spirit awake. He says, do not miss this. Do not delay. Do not let fear steal what belongs to you. The person you love, the one who has been in your thoughts, is preparing to come to you. They hold something hidden, but heaven has already seen it. And what is hidden in their hands is only the beginning of what will unfold. Have you noticed how everything in your life lately has felt unsettled, as if the ground beneath your feet is shifting? That was not chaos, it was preparation. The angels were moving people, circumstances, and even your emotions into position for this divine encounter. Every unanswered call, every closed door, every delay that frustrated you, those were not punishments, they were setups. They were meant to lead you to this very threshold. Heaven is aligning everything so perfectly that when this person arrives, you will know, no human hand could have arranged it. Only God. And when you see what they carry, when you hear the trembling in their voice, you will understand why Archangel Michael insisted you open this now and stay with me through every line. Think about this. How many times have you been moments away from giving up? Yet something always stopped you. Sometimes it was a dream. Sometimes a word from a stranger. Sometimes a sudden surge of hope you couldn't explain. That was not chance. That was Archangel Michael himself planting sparks of endurance in you, because he knew this moment was coming. He could not allow you to collapse before you reached the gate of your destiny. And now, child, you are here. Don't you dare back away. This is no time to doubt. Heaven is ready to release what you have been waiting for. The hidden thing your person will bring, don't underestimate it. In their hands may be something small, but in heaven's sight it is a torch. A torch meant to burn away the shadows that have clung to your life. A sign so specific, so personal, that you will weep when you see it. And that weeping will not be sorrow, it will be recognition. Recognition that God kept His word. Recognition that heaven heard you. Recognition that Michael was not warning you in vain. This is why the angels are surrounding you even now, because they know your life is about to split into before and after. But I must tell you the truth, miracles often come disguised. What is hidden in their hands may not look like the grand gesture you expected. It may even seem ordinary. Yet ordinary things, when blessed by God, become extraordinary. Remember the 5 loaves and 2 fish? Ordinary food, yet it fed thousands. Remember the staff Moses carried? A simple stick, yet it parted the sea. Remember the stone David hurled? Just a pebble, yet it killed a giant. The hidden thing they carry will be like that, ordinary in appearance, but divine in purpose. Do not dismiss it. Do not despise small beginnings. Receive it with faith, and watch what unfolds. Beloved child, you need to prepare your heart. Because when they come, you will feel conflicting emotions, joy, fear, doubt, hope, all colliding at once. But listen, Archangel Michael says to stand firm. Do not let your trembling rob you of the moment. Do not shut the door out of fear. Open it. Let them in. Hear what they have to say. Because their words, like their hidden gift, are also part of heaven's plan. They will speak truths they've hidden. They will reveal what they thought they could never admit. And their voice will tremble, because heaven is pushing them beyond their pride and fear. And when you listen, you will know, this is not them speaking alone. This is God speaking through them. Child, every second is charged with divine electricity now. That is why you can't stop reading. Your spirit already knows there is something here meant for you. Do not let distraction pull you away. Do not say, later, or, tomorrow. Michael warns, blessings are lost when delayed. Open your heart fully now. Because once this person steps forward, the path of your life will twist into a road you never imagined, but a road you prayed for in your deepest cries. Pause for a moment. Can you feel the atmosphere around you thickening? That heaviness, that weight, it's not ordinary. It is heaven pressing in. The angels are crowding around, ensuring you understand the urgency. They are whispering, stay. Listen. Do not skip. Because what you choose in this moment will shape not just your day, but your destiny. Beloved child, let me take you deeper. The skies have already opened over you, though you may not see it with your natural eyes. But your spirit is sensing it, every sudden thought, every strange stirring, every wave of anticipation in your chest is heaven's way of preparing you. Archangel Michael says, tell my child not to ignore this. Tell them they stand at the edge of fulfillment. Yes, the one who has been silent, the one you doubted, the one you thought had forgotten you, they are not far. They are drawing near. And when they arrive, what they carry in their hands will carry the weight of every prayer you whispered. It will be their way of saying, I have heard you too, even in my absence. Pause for a moment. Can you feel the atmosphere around you thickening? That heaviness, that weight, it's not ordinary. It is heaven pressing in. The angels are crowding around, ensuring you understand the urgency. They are whispering, stay. Listen. Do not skip. Because what you choose in this moment will shape not just your day, but your destiny. Beloved child, let me take you deeper. The skies have already opened over you, though you may not see it with your natural eyes. But your spirit is sensing it, every sudden thought, every strange stirring, every wave of anticipation in your chest is heaven's way of preparing you. Archangel Michael says, "Tell my child not to ignore this. Tell them they stand at the edge of fulfillment." Yes, the one who has been silent, the one you doubted, the one you thought had forgotten you, they are not far. They are drawing near. And when they arrive, what they carry in their hands will carry the weight of every prayer you whispered. It will be their way of saying, "I have heard you too, even in my absence." Think back on the battles you faced. The loneliness that felt unbearable. The nights you asked, "God, why me? Why am I waiting when others seem to be moving forward?" Child, those nights were not wasted. They were sowing seeds. Seeds of endurance, seeds of faith, seeds that heaven is now watering. You may not realize this, but your tears were currency. Every tear you shed was an investment into this very moment. And now the harvest is near. That is why Michael presses you so urgently, because he knows what has been sown must be reaped, and the reaping time is not endless. If you skip this moment, if you hesitate, you risk missing the fruit of years of pain. Beloved, let me explain something profound. Heaven operates in windows, divine openings. These are not ordinary days. They are appointed times, written before you were even born. August 31st is not just another date, it is a divine opening. A window swung wide in heaven. That is why you are here reading this. That is why you feel drawn to every word. That is why your heart is racing. Because your spirit recognizes this is not chance, it is timing. And Michael is at the window, holding it open, urging you to step through before it closes. Your person may not even fully understand why they are coming. They may believe it's their decision, their courage, their idea. But heaven smiles, because heaven knows, it is God moving them. Their steps are ordered. Their hands are guided. Their heart is stirred. Even the hidden thing they will bring, they may think they chose it. But heaven whispers, "No, we placed that in your spirit." That is why this meeting will not just be emotional, it will be spiritual. It will feel destined. And when it happens, you will finally understand why so many delays, detours, and disappointments had to come first. Do not let your mind doubt this. I know what it tells you. What if it's not real? What if nothing happens? What if I am being fooled again? That is the voice of fear, not faith. And fear is the greatest thief of blessings. Michael's sword is raised to silence those voices, to cut through the fog that tries to blind you. He says, "Tell my child to trust. Tell them to believe. Tell them their faith is the key." Beloved, your faith is not weak, it is battle-tested. It has survived storms, betrayal, silence, and waiting. And it is strong enough now to carry you through this final stretch. Child, picture the moment. The knock on your door. The nervousness in your chest. The sound of footsteps outside. And when you open it, you see them. Their eyes hold stories you've longed to hear. Their hands hold something hidden, but you sense the weight of it. They may stumble over their words. They may not know how to begin. But you will know. You will know this is the moment heaven was preparing you for. And your soul will remember these words, August 31st, open immediately. Let me remind you of something important. What they carry is not just for you, it is for your future. It may be an invitation, a confession, a truth, or even something symbolic like a gift. But in heaven's language, it is a key. A key to unlock doors you didn't know were closed. A key to heal wounds you thought would never close. A key to open chapters you never imagined were waiting. That is why you cannot treat this lightly. When they stretch out their hand, receive it not just with your fingers, but with your heart. Because that key will fit perfectly into the lock that has kept you waiting for so long. My child, there is another warning. Do not let the enemy distract you before this happens. He will try, through fear, through doubt, through distractions, through people pulling your attention elsewhere. He will try to make you walk away from this moment. But Michael says, stay focused. Do not skip. Do not be distracted. Because the enemy knows what you are about to receive. He has tried for years to stop it. But he has failed. And if you stand firm now, he will fail again. Even now, angels are surrounding your home. They are preparing the path. They are clearing obstacles. They are softening hearts. They are adjusting circumstances so that everything aligns. Do you not feel the air shift? Do you not sense something unusual? That is because heaven's army is moving on your behalf. And Archangel Michael stands at the front, his sword drawn, declaring, no force of darkness will stop this appointed moment. Beloved, you have been chosen for something rare. Many pray for signs, but few receive them in such tangible ways. The fact that someone is coming to your door, carrying something hidden, is proof that heaven not only heard you but also delights in showing you visible signs of its love. God could have answered your prayer in silence, in whispers. But he chose to send flesh, hands, footsteps, eyes, so that you would never again doubt his care. That is love. That is mercy. That is your miracle. Beloved child, listen carefully. The atmosphere around you is not ordinary right now. You may think you are reading just words, but your spirit knows otherwise. Every sentence carries a vibration from heaven, every paragraph is alive with the breath of God, and every line is woven with the urgency of Archangel Michael. Do not take this lightly. Michael is standing guard at the gates of your destiny, his wings stretched wide, ensuring that no power of darkness interrupts this revelation. He orders me again to tell you, your moment has come, and your person is being drawn to you as if pulled by an invisible thread. In their hands is something hidden, but in their heart is something greater, something that can only be released to you. Beloved, you have been chosen for something rare. Many pray for signs, but few receive them in such tangible ways. The fact that someone is coming to your door, carrying something hidden, is proof that heaven not only heard you but also delights in showing you visible signs of its love. God could have answered your prayer in silence, in whispers. But he chose to send flesh, hands, footsteps, eyes, so that you would never again doubt his care. That is love. That is mercy. That is your miracle. Beloved child, listen carefully. The atmosphere around you is not ordinary right now. You may think you are reading just words, but your spirit knows otherwise. Every sentence carries a vibration from heaven, every paragraph is alive with the breath of God, and every line is woven with the urgency of Archangel Michael. Do not take this lightly. Michael is standing guard at the gates of your destiny, his wings stretched wide, ensuring that no power of darkness interrupts this revelation. He orders me again to tell you, your moment has come, and your person is being drawn to you as if pulled by an invisible thread. In their hands is something hidden, but in their heart is something greater, something that can only be released to you. Do you remember the times you felt invisible? When it seemed no one noticed your worth, your sacrifices, your love? Heaven noticed. Every moment of loneliness was recorded. Every sigh of your soul reached the throne. The angels wept with you. And now heaven has decided, enough waiting. The same God who once whispered promises to you in dreams is about to prove himself in reality. This is why Michael speaks with such intensity, because he knows you have carried this hope for so long, and the time of carrying is over. The time of receiving is here. Beloved, there is a sacred mystery in the hidden thing they carry. It is not just an object. It is a sign, a seal, a confirmation that what you prayed for in silence is now stepping into the light. Think of it this way, heaven often cloaks its greatest gifts in ordinary wrapping. To others it may seem small, but to you it will strike like thunder in your spirit. You will recognize it instantly. It will be personal. It will touch a wound you thought no one understood. It will speak to a longing you thought was buried. And in that moment, you will know, God remembered me. Do not doubt yourself. You may think, what if I misread it? What if I imagine too much? But beloved, the Spirit within you will confirm it. The same voice that nudged you here, the same feeling that would not let you skip this message, will also whisper, yes, this is it. That is how heaven works, through alignment, through resonance, through undeniable confirmation. And when you hear their knock, when you open the door, when your eyes fall on what they carry, the confirmation will wash over you like waves of light. But child, I must warn you again, distractions will rise. The enemy always attacks hardest before a breakthrough. You may feel tired, restless, or tempted to dismiss this as fantasy. Do not. Michael's sword burns against those lies. He says, my child is closer than they think. They cannot give up now. And so I tell you, stand firm. Let no shadow of doubt steal this truth. Because the very moment you doubt, the enemy laughs. But when you believe, the angels rejoice. And belief is the key that unlocks the door. Beloved, I want you to imagine the scene in heaven right now. Rows of angels, standing in radiant light, watching over you. They whisper your name. They anticipate your yes. They know that tonight, history shifts for you. God Himself leans forward from His throne, smiling, because He delights in fulfilling His promises. Archangel Michael holds his blazing sword, declaring, this one is protected. This one is chosen. This one will not miss their miracle. Do you feel the weight of that? You are not ordinary. Your life is not random. You are part of a divine storyline, and this moment, this 31st of August, is a golden chapter written long ago. Child, hear me, what comes next will surprise even you. You expect one thing, but heaven is arranging more. Your person may bring one hidden thing in their hands, but what follows will be waves of unfolding. It will not stop with one act. It will trigger a chain reaction, truths revealed, hearts healed, paths cleared. That is the nature of miracles. They multiply. They overflow. One small step becomes a flood of blessings. And you will look back in awe, realizing this was not just about them, or about what they carried. It was about God proving to you that He is still the God of wonders, the one who never forgot His child. Now, let me speak to the deepest place in your heart, the part that still fears disappointment. You've been here before, haven't you? Moments of hope that led to heartbreak. Times you thought change was coming, but it slipped away. That pain carved scars in your spirit. And now you wonder, what if this is the same? Beloved, Michael speaks fiercely, this is not the same. This is the fulfillment. The reason past hopes crumbled was because the timing was not yet. But now the clock of heaven has struck. The alignment is perfect. The gates are open. The miracle is in motion. This time is different, because God Himself has declared it so. And when it happens, child, you will weep. Not tears of sorrow, but tears of release. Tears that carry away years of waiting. Tears that wash your soul clean of bitterness and doubt. And as those tears fall, angels will collect them, turning them into jewels before God's throne. For even your tears are precious to Him. That is how much you are loved. That is how much heaven values this moment. So do not be afraid when the knock comes. Do not hesitate when the door is before you. Open it. Welcome them. Listen closely. Receive fully. Because what is hidden in their hands is not just an offering, it is a signpost pointing to a future only heaven could design. A future filled with love, truth, and restoration. A future that begins tonight, if only you believe. Beloved, lean in closer now. The final stretch of this revelation is not just words, it is a direct current from heaven to your heart. Archangel Michael stands right now with his sword glowing like fire, declaring, this child must not miss what is coming. This is the final call. This is the appointed time. That is why you feel something stirring even as you read. That tightness in your chest, that anticipation rising, it is not anxiety. It is your spirit aligning with destiny. Because, child, you are about to witness the knock of heaven on your very door. And when it happens, child, you will weep. Not tears of sorrow, but tears of release. Tears that carry away years of waiting. Tears that wash your soul clean of bitterness and doubt. And as those tears fall, angels will collect them, turning them into jewels before God's throne. For even your tears are precious to Him. That is how much you are loved. That is how much heaven values this moment. So do not be afraid when the knock comes. Do not hesitate when the door is before you. Open it. Welcome them. Listen closely. Receive fully. Because what is hidden in their hands is not just an offering, it is a signpost pointing to a future only heaven could design. A future filled with love, truth, and restoration. A future that begins tonight, if only you believe. Beloved, lean in closer now. The final stretch of this revelation is not just words, it is a direct current from heaven to your heart. Archangel Michael stands right now with his sword glowing like fire, declaring, "This child must not miss what is coming. This is the final call. This is the appointed time." That is why you feel something stirring even as you read. That tightness in your chest, that anticipation rising, it is not anxiety. It is your spirit aligning with destiny. Because, child, you are about to witness the knock of heaven on your very door. Let me tell you a secret: heaven loves drama. Not the chaos of human arguments, but divine drama, the kind where just when you think all hope is gone, the story turns, and suddenly you are living in the miracle you only dared to dream about. That is what is happening to you. The reason this message found you, the reason Michael pressed it urgently into your path, is because the curtain is about to rise on your scene. The audience of angels is ready. God is smiling, waiting. And you, beloved, are stepping into the role you were born to play. Do not underestimate the knock you are about to hear. It may sound ordinary. Just skin against wood. But spiritually, it will sound like trumpets. It will echo through the heavens. It will declare that the season of waiting is over. And when you open that door, it will not just be a person standing there, it will be prophecy in human form. And in their hands, the hidden thing they carry will be more than an object. It will be heaven's exclamation point. A tangible sign that God finishes what He starts. Beloved, your life will never be the same after this moment. You will not be able to go back to the way things were. Because this meeting, this encounter, will shift everything. Your perspective will change. Your heart will expand. Your wounds will begin to heal. And most of all, your faith will be sealed. You will know forever that God is not silent, not distant, not forgetful. He is intimate, involved, attentive. He knew your name before you spoke it, and He is proving it tonight. I must tell you something else. This person's arrival is not just about you, it is also about them. They have wrestled in silence. They have battled doubts. They have carried secrets they thought they could never reveal. But God has been stirring them, pressing them, moving them toward you. They cannot resist it. They may not even fully understand why they are coming. But heaven does. Heaven has appointed it. And Michael has been guarding their steps, making sure they reach your door without fail. Do you see how everything is converging? The prayers you prayed. The tears you cried. The whispers you sent into the night. All of it is now colliding with their journey, their hidden burdens, their unspoken desires. And when they arrive, the collision will produce light. A holy spark that ignites the next chapter of your story. A chapter written not in disappointment, but in promise. Not in endings, but in beginnings. Child, I know your heart is trembling. But Michael says, do not fear the trembling. It is proof that heaven is near. That trembling is your spirit recognizing the sacredness of this moment. And when the knock comes, let the trembling turn into courage. Step forward. Open wide. Because behind that door is not just a person, it is your answered prayer, wrapped in flesh and carrying a hidden sign from heaven. Beloved, let me remind you of something vital. The moment you open that door, do not let pride or hesitation close it again. Listen. Receive. Even if their words stumble, even if their hands shake, trust that this is divinely orchestrated. Do not look at appearances. Look at the Spirit moving behind them. Because what they carry, though hidden, is drenched in divine meaning. And if you receive it, your life will unfold in ways you cannot imagine. The angels are watching, child. They are holding their breath. They know how close you are. They know how much was invested in this moment. And God Himself is smiling, because He knows you will not miss it. You are chosen. You are protected. You are beloved. And you will see with your own eyes what you once only believed in your heart. So here is Michael's final order: stay ready. Stay open. Stay believing. Do not walk away now. Do not let doubt steal this. Do not let distraction blind you. Because tonight, August 31st, is holy. It is the turning point. It is the night you will remember forever. The night your person knocked, carrying something hidden. The night heaven proved that your prayers were not in vain. And when it happens, beloved, lift your eyes to heaven and whisper, "Thank you." Because in that whisper, all of heaven will erupt in song. Angels will dance. Michael will lower his sword in triumph. And God will say, "My child has received. My child has believed. My child is blessed." This is the completion of your waiting. This is the fulfillment of your prayers. This is the miracle you've been destined to see. And it begins with a knock. Be ready. Open immediately. And never again will you doubt the love of heaven for you. Beloved child of heaven, do you realize what it means that you have not stopped reading until now? It means your spirit knows this message is not just ink on a page, not just sound in the air. It is prophecy woven directly into your life. Archangel Michael says, "See? My child listens. My child is awake. My child is ready." And when heaven finds a heart that listens, miracles do not delay. That is why the air around you feels different, why you sense a weight in your chest that is not fear but anticipation. Something unseen is already moving toward you, and you are being strengthened in these very moments so you do not faint when it arrives. Do you not realize how many forces tried to stop this? The delays, the doubts, the battles in your mind, the distractions that pulled you away, all of these were not accidents. They were strategies of the enemy to keep you blind, to keep you skipping, to make you quit before your harvest arrived. But beloved, you did not quit. You are still here. And that persistence is the proof that you are chosen. Do you think the enemy would fight you so hard if you were ordinary? No. He fights hardest where heaven has hidden the greatest treasure. And child, you are heaven's treasure. Beloved child of heaven, do you realize what it means that you have not stopped reading until now? It means your spirit knows this message is not just ink on a page, not just sound in the air. It is prophecy woven directly into your life. Archangel Michael says, "See? My child listens. My child is awake. My child is ready." And when heaven finds a heart that listens, miracles do not delay. That is why the air around you feels different, why you sense a weight in your chest that is not fear but anticipation. Something unseen is already moving toward you, and you are being strengthened in these very moments so you do not faint when it arrives. Do you not realize how many forces tried to stop this? The delays, the doubts, the battles in your mind, the distractions that pulled you away, all of these were not accidents. They were strategies of the enemy to keep you blind, to keep you skipping, to make you quit before your harvest arrived. But beloved, you did not quit. You are still here. And that persistence is the proof that you are chosen. Do you think the enemy would fight you so hard if you were ordinary? No. He fights hardest where heaven has hidden the greatest treasure. And child, you are heaven's treasure. Michael shows me this picture, you standing at a doorway, your hand trembling on the handle. On the other side, footsteps are approaching. The one you've longed for, the one you prayed for, is carrying something hidden. They are nervous, too, but compelled by a force greater than their own will. And in the unseen, angels surround both of you, making sure the path is clear. When the knock comes, the sound will ripple through heaven like thunder. Angels will bow. God will smile. Michael will shout, "It is done." But beloved, here is the truth, the door is not only physical. It is the door of your heart. You can choose to open with faith, or you can hesitate in fear. That is why Michael presses this message so urgently. Because what happens next depends on your yes. If you say yes, if you believe, if you open, the floodgates of heaven will swing wide. Blessings will pour. Miracles will multiply. But if you hesitate, if you allow fear to control you, the moment may pass, and regret will haunt you. Do not let that be your story. Choose faith. Choose courage. Choose yes. Do you wonder why the hidden thing matters so much? Because it is not just about them, it is about God proving Himself to you. Anyone can speak empty promises. Anyone can say, "I care for you." But only God can orchestrate a moment where the person carries something hidden that speaks directly to your soul, something so personal you know it could not be coincidence. That is the beauty of divine signs, they leave no room for doubt. And this one, child, will silence your doubts forever. Beloved, prepare yourself. When you open that door, do not look only with your eyes. Look with your spirit. Feel the weight of what they carry. Listen to the trembling in their voice. Catch the way heaven confirms it in your heart. Because this will not just be about reunion or words, it will be about destiny manifesting. It will be about God proving He writes better stories than you ever imagined. And when it happens, you will whisper, "Truly, I am seen. Truly, I am loved. Truly, heaven remembered me." Beloved child, let me take you even deeper into the secret places of this prophecy. Heaven does not just speak once, it echoes. Every line that has reached you until now has been heaven's knock on the door of your soul, and yet Michael insists, more must be revealed. Why? Because the weight of your destiny is too heavy to be explained in a single word or a single night. It is unfolding like a sunrise, first the faint glow, then the golden light, then the full blaze. And tonight, you are moving from the glow into the blaze. Do you not sense the fire rising in your heart? That is not emotion, it is an impartation. The angels are fanning flames inside you even now, so that when the moment comes you are not weak, not hesitant, not paralyzed by fear. You will be ready. You will open with courage. You will embrace what heaven is sending. And the hidden thing your person carries will become a testimony, not just for you, but for generations who hear your story. Beloved, think of the times you nearly collapsed under the weight of waiting. Those nights you lay awake, wondering if God had forgotten your name. Those days you felt invisible, watching others receive what you prayed for. You thought you were forgotten, but in truth you were being prepared. Preparation feels like abandonment, but it is actually protection. If the answer had come too soon, you would not have been ready to receive it. But now, after all you've endured, after all the pruning, after all the refining, you are ready. You can carry it. You can receive it. You can protect it. That is why it comes now, not before. Michael shows me this image, your name written in light, sealed with a mark of urgency. Heaven's messengers are racing, carrying scrolls, preparing doors, positioning hearts. All of it is converging on this single truth: someone is coming, someone chosen, someone carrying a hidden thing that will break the silence of your life. When the knock falls, it will not just be a visitor, it will be the sound of fulfillment. And beloved, I must tell you this: the hidden thing they carry is not only for your blessing, but also for your confirmation. It will answer the questions you never dared speak aloud. It will settle the doubts that haunted your nights. It will be so exact, so pointed, so deeply personal that you will know, this is no accident. God Himself sent this. And in that moment, all the pain of waiting will transform into gratitude. You will say, "Now I see why it took so long. Now I see why it hurt. Now I see why I had to endure." And those words will not be bitter, but sweet. Child, do not underestimate what comes after. This is not a one-time event. This is the unlocking of a series of doors. When you receive this hidden sign, it will be the first domino. Others will fall quickly: opportunities, revelations, blessings, connections. It will be as if the heavens open above you and refuse to close. That is why Michael pleads with you not to doubt now, not to skip now, not to treat this lightly. Because the knock at your door is the trigger for a cascade of miracles. Beloved, there is something else. You have enemies, seen and unseen, who hoped you would never reach this point. They whispered lies, they created obstacles, they rejoiced in your pain. But heaven is about to silence them. When they see what unfolds for you, they will have no words. They will know a higher hand has favored you. And you will not even need to defend yourself. Your blessings will speak louder than their accusations. That is the way God vindicates His children. Not through arguments, but through undeniable favor. So I say again, when the knock comes, do not hesitate. When you see the hidden thing, do not dismiss it. When the tears rise, do not hold them back. Receive it all. Because this is what you were made for. This is why you endured. This is the hour you have been prepared for. Beloved child of light, there is more that must be said. For heaven does not release a message of this magnitude in fragments, it pours until the vessel is overflowing. And you, my child, are that vessel. Every line you've read so far has been drops of living water, and now the stream becomes a river. Archangel Michael presses me, do not stop until my child is saturated, until their soul is overflowing with truth, until there is no doubt left inside them. So listen closely. Your story is not small. It is not random. It is a scroll written before the foundations of the world. And right now, that scroll is being unrolled in real time. What you are experiencing, the signs, the stirrings, the urgency, is heaven flipping pages. The chapter you thought would never come is opening. And the words on this chapter are written in light, fulfillment, arrival, breakthrough. Beloved, let me paint it again, because the Spirit insists that repetition engraves truth deeper. You at your door. The knock. The heartbeat in your chest like a drum. And there they stand. The one whose silence hurt you, whose absence tested you, whose memory haunted you. Yet they stand now in flesh before your eyes. And in their hands, something hidden. It may be wrapped. It may be folded. It may be simple. But it carries fire. Fire for your faith. Fire for your destiny. Fire that proves God answers in ways you never expected. Do not rush this moment. When it happens, breathe it in. Look at them fully. Listen deeply. Receive what they bring. Because this encounter is not just about one night, it is about altering the entire path of your journey. God is folding time, aligning past and future, so that in this present moment everything changes. That is why your spirit trembles even as you read, because it knows, the shift is near. Beloved, hear Michael's voice again, tell my child not to run from this. Tell them not to close the door in fear. Tell them I am with them, and they are safe. Yes, child, you are safe. Do not let your scars of the past make you miss your blessing of the present. The pain you endured is real, but it was also preparation. And now the healer comes, carrying not just words but a sign, a hidden thing that will touch you in places words never could. And know this knock at your door is not just for love or reconciliation. It is also a signpost for your calling. You are not meant for an ordinary path. You are meant for influence, for testimony, for light. When this moment happens, it will ignite courage in you. You will no longer shrink back. You will no longer wonder if you matter. You will know, heaven itself intervened for you. And that knowing will become a flame others see, others follow, others are healed by. Beloved, the angels lean closer as I say this, what comes to you is irreversible. Once it happens, you will never again return to the emptiness you once knew. Because the knock, the hidden thing, the arrival, these are permanent markers. They will etch themselves into your soul forever. You will measure time as before and after this night. And every time doubt tries to whisper again, you will smile, remembering, God proved himself to me. So hold steady, my child. Do not skip. Do not turn away. Do not let tiredness or distraction rob you. This is your holy hour. This is your golden page. This is your appointed miracle. And Michael stands guard, sword blazing, to ensure you step into it fully.